What's up, guys? This is Kosmit Daily. We're here to fucking talk about shit.
We're just two guys talking about things we're passionate about and things we're both very excited about.
We talk about games,
Anime,
movies,
memes,
music,
and general shenanigans. We're gonna keep going.
Why? Why the fuck not? No.
No more.
No more.
No more.
Just stop. Just feet.
Cups.
We should have wrote a script.
Probably should have, to be completely honest. We're going to talk about, on this one, strictly E3, because that is a topic that is going to take up a good amount of time. And it's something that we are really looking forward to.
Even though we're not going to be there.
Unfortunately. Well, first 1,000 tickets are $149. And that's... fuck.
They're probably all sold out.
Already. Well, no, they don't go on sale till a certain time. The Game Pass for the first 1,000 customers. This year at E3, they're showcasing Electronic Arts, Bethesda, Microsoft, Ubisoft, and Nintendo. So, yeah, that's just on, that's alternating the days, never mind. Sony's gonna be at E3, and, they're gonna be talking about Last of Us and everything. There's gonna be so much shit. I think the most disappointing is probably gonna be Microsoft.
They've been out of the game too long.
It's just the date for E3 this year, by the way, is June 12th to June 14th.
The Thornteenth. I really like the Thornteenth.
It's a special day.
It's my favorite month.
It's a fucking eat you. All right. Anyway, back on E3. We need to talk about E3. What are we looking forward to this year?
I'm gonna honestly say Bethesda. They've not let me down except for thousands of copies of Skyrim. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, too much Skyrim. It's pretty much the only complaint from them.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see the next Fallout feature.
I am too. I've never been a huge Fallout person, but the games I have played I've enjoyed a lot. So it's I haven't put as many hours in as a lot of people have. We also gotta remember, what else Bethesda could be making. But anyway, the E3... Alright, I mean, we think E3 is gonna be big every year. Last year, it kind of bombed.
That's because everyone was like, we got a new game, but then they're like, hey, it's Skyrim again.
God damn. Yeah, it was either Skyrim or companies trying to copy
Bringing out Skyrim for VR.
Oh, it was we're making the next Hearthstone.
Dragons in 3D. Virtual reality.
I mean, it was also just other companies copying other games. We're trying to make the next Hearthstone because that was so popular. We're trying to make the next Overwatch. And it's there weren't any innovative games. The best game I've played in a good few years was fucking Monster Hunter. I mean, dude, as a complete Monster Hunter virgin, I've never played any of the other games. I've heard about them. They seem cool. But this console release, they've had a few on the PS2 or whatever. But this...
Hey, you're missing one.
What?
They had some on the Wii too. Okay.
Hold the prices.
You little bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Fucking, it's just, this new gen release opened up the universe, and we've only seen, there's a total of, 20 monsters, if that. There's hundreds, I believe, in the universe. They have, 3 different Kulaku creatures. They have different variations of different creatures. I've seen, weird crocodile bird things. That universe looks interesting as fuck, and it made me want to play the other games. It made me want to get a 3DS just to fucking play Monster Hunter World. Not World. Monster Hunter. It's just so good. It's addictive. That's the worst part.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite games now.
It's Destiny 2 was what we were playing before it, and that was really easy to get off of. The worst part is Destiny comes out when not a lot of games pique your interest. So it's like the first Destiny was just disappointing, but a bunch of people played it because they didn't have anything better. And then it was like, oh, next Call of Duty, oh, it's just another shooter. And then the second one came out. Not a lot of games came out when the second one came out, so everyone was like, finally, a new game. It's like, games are coming out slower, and that's not a bad thing, but it's like companies are coming out with games at the same time. They're not thinking about audiences as in like, oh, they played this game, they're going to be done with it in 4 to 6 months. We need to release it after that so we get the best hype for our game. They try to be competitive towards each other. Like, they're releasing this, we gotta release this a week later. We need it fresh. Like, people don't get a new game after a week of playing one they just got. If it's a good game.
Yeah. I was gonna say, let's not go into Destiny again.
Yeah. I mean, after a week of Destiny, that shit got
repetitive. It's
pretty fucking old.
Yeah, it was just repetitive. And
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was better than the first one, but it's still not really good.
No.
Like, it's just, it feels like it's mediocre. It feels like it should be better. Every time I played when I played Destiny 1, I was like, this should be better. It didn't matter how much content came out. It just felt like it should be better. And then the second one did the same thing. It made it better, but I was like, this should be better. Now it goes back to that. I just think Bungie fucked up. Everybody thinks that, but the game's making a shit ton of money, so.
Well, that's because people who didn't play the first one don't realize that there were ever problems and think the game's perfect.
And then there are the people that moved from the first one, and they're like, the first one's better. Or they're like, oh, it's just, they're turning this into a series, yay. There aren't enough fans to keep that alive. I don't think there are. If they come out with a third one, I think it's gonna die. If it's the same as Destiny 2, they're not gonna have a big enough audience. I mean, anyone that didn't play the first or second one, they're gonna look at the third one and go like, what the fuck is Destiny 3? Like,
Destiny 3. We fixed
that?
Everything that's fucked up from the first two.
What the fuck's Destiny?
What the fuck's a Destiny?
Oh, kids growing up and shit. Is that what the kids are smoking these days? That Destiny? I've had that ecstasy, but that Destiny shit, that sounds strong. But yeah, back to E3. I mean, I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is a console release. That's from Sony. Like, we gotta be getting info from the PS5 on E3. Like, there's no way we're not. I mean, right? I mean, what's your thought on it? Since you play on a goddamn phone.
I'm not actually. I'm reading up on E3.
Why are you reading about Bethesda? We're past Bethesda.
No.
You're stuck in the past! I think a problem with the industry right now is, like, yes, there's plenty to play, but as far as consoles,
there's too much to play.
In a way, yeah. Like, alright, there's too much selection, but not enough quality.
Yeah, no, like not a lot of people are putting enough quality into their games nowadays, and it's like, we love that you're trying to build your own thing, you're trying to set your own story and, like, your own thing, but, like, it's like nobody's unique anymore. It's always the same, like, kind of quota.
And
like, you're
it's
entering
not like
a new world, it's new, exciting, and you have this quirky friend, or you have quirky friends, and, like, you just run into a new world. Let's look at, hell, Monster Hunter. We love Monster Hunter, don't get me wrong.
It's not the characters we love, though.
Yeah, it's the gameplay. Like, the story, it was uncalled for. Like, if you didn't have the story, and you just threw us into a Monster Hunter world, it'd just be cool regardless.
Alright, I think the story was perfect for what it is. It focused mainly on the gameplay. It focused on big introduction to big creatures, and the story was very minimal. That's what it was supposed to be.
I'm sorry, I just did not like the hand, whatever. The field arm, or no, that's the one from Monster Hunter 5.
The handler?
The handler. I did not like the handler.
The hand. You didn't even finish the name. You're just like,
no, she sucks. Sorry, it's just every fucking 2 minutes, there's a quest to complete.
I'm sorry. I played it on mute, like, basically on mute the whole time, and then when I turned on the music, I muted all voices because I just wanted to hear the music, because the music's awesome. I didn't have that love-hate relationship with it, because apparently no one else knows how to change sound settings. Because you can mute her.
No, I muted everyone's voice, but there's some people's voices you want to hear, and it just sucks you can't turn off their voice.
None of their voices sync up with their lips.
Actually,
so it's
the one that syncs up the most is the one you can't even see their lips.
The most. The most.
We have to hunt them.
You can't even fucking see the shit.
Yeah. I'm wearing a helmet, so you can't tell my voices in sync.
I mean, yeah.
So, I'm hoping Ubisoft will start straying back away from the Assassin's Creed kind of thing they're doing. Because they used to make a lot of different types of games. Like RPGs, all that type of things. And lately they've just been focusing on Assassin's Creed. Or just they haven't even gone back to Tom Clancy in a few years.
It's because they made... What was the game they made? That was their last Tom Clancy game. I forgot.
I don't know if The Division was, but the last one they made was...
It might have been. Well, The Division, I heard they did a bunch of changes to it, and it's not bad. They should try to make a better Division, just more RPG-ish. That's... okay, Monster Hunter World is awesome.
The last one they made was a Splinter Cell game.
Was it?
Yep. Oh, dude, well, I guess there is a game we can look forward to from Ubisoft. I mean, they are bringing up Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is supposed to be a big sequel to Beyond Good and Evil 1.
I never played the first one, so I'm just running off hype of everybody else, but everyone's excited
It's very nostalgic, and with what I'm hoping to expect from Bethesda is that they'll be bringing back big popular series like The Elder Scrolls, but I'm hoping they don't go back into Skyrim, because we get it. Skyrim was successful, but we've had 6 copies of Skyrim just all across.
Or 7?
It's 6, and we want a new game. Give us the new game, give us the game.
We're not talking about Elder Scrolls Online either. That shit doesn't fucking count. I'm sorry. That shit was boring and didn't have enough content.
I am hoping for another Doom. Doom did perfect, and with a second game coming out, if possible, would be amazing.
The thing with me with Doom is it was a fun game, and they have a dedicated audience. They have people who are still playing Doom, but I don't think it's big enough to make a AAA.
No. I don't think they should work on the multiplayer aspect. I think everyone's working too much on their multiplayer aspect.
Single player Doom, I would play the shit out of. That's one reason.
I played the shit out of single player Doom. I love it. It's just, that's what I'm saying. They don't go too much into detail about single player campaigns anymore. Or co-op campaigns. I miss being able to co-op campaign. Last time I've co-opted campaign, I want to say, was Borderlands. And, I mean...
That me and you both played the shit out of that. And not even talking about, RPG games. Let's go into shooters. Borderlands 1 and 2. Great co-op. That was the last co-op game I played. I'm trying to think of the last co-op game I played with a friend, and I think it was Borderlands. That and, the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
The pre-sequel wasn't as good, but we still put decent time into it. Worth the money. And just felt like a big DLC.
There is one thing I am beyond excited for. I've heard that they're going to be bringing to us Fallout New Vegas 2. Now, the Fallout New Vegas series...
I would play the shit out of that.
Okay, Fallout New Vegas, yes, it's by a different company. By God, was that series fucking amazing.
Fallout New Vegas was the one I played the most out of.
It took the fucking biggest, boldest step away from the common cornucopia of Fallout games.
Yeah.
It was, this is your factions. You can go with these, this, or that. Instead of setting you on a set path. Fallout 3.
You could pick what to do. I just bullshitted the entire time. I didn't play the story hardly at all. I just did side missions, I got better gear, and I killed everything and everyone. But that's just me.
Yeah.
But I played the shit out of it, though. I never got into Fallout 3 too much. I didn't own it. I played it from a buddy of mine, but yeah, I played your copy of Fallout 4 for a good hour, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, it's just, I've never been too into it's the same thing with Skyrim. When there's an open world, I tend to try to want to do too much.
Yes, and it feels like, I don't want to say it feels like there's too much, but it sometimes can feel like there's way too much in the world.
It's because it's open world, and they give you everything all at once. Now, I like Skyrim in the way that it didn't give it to you all at once, but like you could wander around and find shit on accident. And that was great, and I got distracted too much by it. Like, it was awesome because I would sit down and play that shit for hours, but after I was done, I would feel like done with the game for like a week. And a lot of people are different. People played that shit for days at a time. Like, it's an awesome game. I have no complaints. It's just my personal taste. I couldn't sit down and play that for that long. But it's a fucking great game.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's just fucking... Wow, so many copies.
Yeah. It's the most sold game.
I want to say...
By far.
I'm going to bring up the statistics on that. But you go ahead and talk about... we were talking about co-op games and Fallout.
Alright, well... That's what I'm getting back to. Like, co-op. We used to have it where everyone could just go to their friend's house, plug in a controller, and you could start up a co-op game. Like, let's look back. Halo. Halo was a successful version of co-op campaign. Everybody was like, hey man, you want to come over and play Halo? And you played through that story like a fucking boss.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Nintendo's the king of co-op.
Oh, yeah.
And rightfully so. I mean, they've always known how to make good co-op.
Here's something I'm really excited for. It's moving on to Square Enix. I'm excited for them to finally release this Final Fantasy VII remake. I mean, sure, it's the same game we played, but come on. At graphics that are our level now, on a game that old, it's going to be fucking intense and amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, not only is that coming out, but we should be getting Kingdom Hearts 3 either this year or next year. And that's one of the one games I know everyone's excited for.
I mean, I didn't even play the series, and I'm excited for it, because I feel like now is a good time to jump into the Kingdom Hearts bandwagon. It looks like a good universe, and it looks fun. I've barely played any of it. Anyway, talking about Elder Scrolls in the list, according to Wikipedia, I was on Forbes, but they only had the top 5. Comparing the lists, they seem to be fairly accurate. Elder Scrolls is number 12 at 30 million copies. Mind you, Wii Sports is at 33 million copies, but that's paired with the console, which is the best sold. The most sold game ever is Tetris, because... Fucking Tetris. Minecraft is number 2, which I'm not surprised anymore. I'm just not surprised. There's Minecraft everywhere. They got fucking toys, pop figures.
Alright, now...
Dude, I saw Steve Enchanted Armor at Toys R Us.
Hold on. One of the games, I hope this is not a hoax, and I hope they really are doing this, but Fable 4. There may be a potential Fable 4, and I hope they do it right. Because I haven't had a good Fable game in a while. They had that little kids version of Fable, and then they tried to do Fable Heroes Online or whatever.
I played the beta. That shit
failed hard. And then Lionsgate closed, and we were just all devastated because they were a great company. I remember playing the first Fable, kicking a chicken and feeling like, oh man, I'm a shitty person. But that was the fucking best. And then you'd run around town killing fuckers. It was awesome.
Well, here's the thing. I understand why they went down, because what's the only game you can think from Lionsgate? The only one that pops in my head is Fable.
I think of
just Fable.
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's like, shit, you kind of understand why. They don't have any good games. I mean, well, that I can think of at the top of my head. So, I don't know. I played the beta for the Fable Heroes, I think it was. Fable something. But, yeah, we're gonna talk about Nintendo in a minute. But, alright, so Fable Heroes, I played the beta. The servers were trash. The servers only worked for a total of 5 minutes, and I tried to play it for a good hour. But, yeah, the beta for that fucking crashed. Anyway, Nintendo. Oh, shit.
We are excited for Smash Brothers reboot, or potentially just a rehash on the Wii U version. But I'm really hoping it's a reboot, sequel, whatever you want to call it. instead of just another transfer from console to console.
I mean, I'll be getting me and my girlfriend will both be getting a Switch, so I'll definitely be playing it. I've never been a huge Smash Bros. Kind of guy, but the few times I have played it, it gets fucking addictive.
Oh yeah, combat against your friends. This fucking video game
And
oh
my god,
just all around.
The Starbomb Smash Bros. Song, fucking that pops up in my head every time I think about it.
About the Smash.
Fucking just Luigi beating the shit out of Mario.
I'm player one tonight.
That's not. I don't care if you're in my bed. I get it. PC games are awesome, but it's like I have a spot in my heart for computer games and PC games. Yeah, I've been console since I can remember, and then when my parents first got a computer, I played fucking Dungeons and Dragons online. That's what introduced me into the computer gaming world. So it's like, I don't know. I'm always going to be a console fanatic. It's what I started on. I'm always going to enjoy console a little more than PC, just because.
Just because that's where I started out at. You start off.
And it's not just that, it's comfortability. Like, I can chill on my couch and play a competitive game without fucking having my face right in front of a screen clicking a mouse. Like, what I'm used to, but at the same time, it's what I'm comfortable with. Fucking people that go like, PC Master Race, blah, 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 I get it. I don't care. It's about enjoyment. It doesn't matter.
There's plenty of things we're looking forward to at E3. Although we won't be there, we're going to be watching every event live as we can.
I mean, I don't care if I'm working that day. I'm recording that shit and watching it that night. I'm going to watch it live when possible. Anyway, yeah, the E3, I think E3 is going to be awesome. No, I don't think there's going to be too much new stuff. I mean, yeah, there's going to be new stuff.
PS5, hopefully. Borderlands 3, hopefully.
It's all about hoping. We don't know what's going to be there. We can only guess. But the only things we can be 100% about are Bethesda's going to announce something about Elder Scrolls. Whether it's another... I swear to God, if it's anything about Skyrim. I swear to fucking God. If they say anything about Skyrim...
Skyrim, but your dogs.
We're bringing Dog Island
Bork.
Oh, shit. All the dragons are just flying dogs.
Now all the dragons are cats. Oh no! This is no land for the corgis.
The pit bulls are the Argonians. Oh shit!
Khajiit has wares. The corgi has wares.
Corgi has wares. Oh fuck!
Fucking the Droid, the fucking enemy, fucking mummy things are fucking skinless cats. I mean, not skinless, but furless.
They're like the Egyptian
cats. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just... And the animals are just all different sizes of rats.
The attack, when you hit it, it goes like it's throwing up a fucking airball.
Oh no, when they die, they throw up. We don't need to be doing that. That's fucking disgusting.
Anyways, back to the point.
It's
all about hope. We can only hope that E3 is incredible. We can only hope that they fulfill every gamer's dream and they bring all of these cool things to us. Like, I, for one, am seriously looking forward to if a PS5 is really coming out. I mean, imagine this. Just the early concept designs that PlayStation's released is a controller.
Shit, just screenshots.
Yeah. Like a controller that splits into motion controllers.
That'd be
Do you know how
badass.
fucking awesome that would be?
No, alright, but here's the thing. What's going to be the price if they try to turn it into a VR machine / console? Dude.
They better only charge $600, because that's all I'm paying.
They better only charge $400, because I ain't fucking paying it. Nah, alright. The PS5, what they say at E3 about it, if they say anything, will determine whether or not I'm getting PS4 Pro or getting PS5.
Oh, yeah. Because
especially
with the PS4 Pro going down in price right now.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say, God, I got a little emotional there for a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, like, we're not experts or anything. We're just gaming fans. Like, we are as basic as it comes. But I think we're a really good representation of the common gamers. We are basic to an extent, but I mean,
we're your everyday dude. Just like you are the guy sitting next to you. Or maybe it's a chick. We don't know. We don't know what you're into. Might be into both. Hey, if you got two of them there right now, you're fucking rocking life.
Shit,
baby.
you might just be into yourself. Have fun with that.
30 minutes later. Oh, God. Again?
You sound like you were disgusted, like, oh God, again? I did it in my sleep? What are you doing? Nah, but seriously, we're not going to tell you all the news. There's so many people that have better info, and they pretty much know what games are going to be at E3 and what they're announcing. This is just speculation, but we're only going off of, like, what we think. I mean, it's also the thing, like, alright, we're not just hyped up for games. Like, there are games going on sale more often. Things are changing. Games are probably going to become more expensive, but cheaper at the same time. I mean, there are going to be more free games.
More free games. More everything. Like,
DLC.
I'm hoping for DLCs that are almost as long as the game. Like, that's the downloadable content we deserve as gamers.
Alright, the one thing I'm looking forward to, a lot of people complain about microtransactions. I only have an issue with them if they're in a paid game. If I paid for the game initially, I would pay for DLC, but it has to add a good amount of content. But that's also the problem. You don't know how much content's in a DLC. I think the best way to avoid spending too much money on things is stop pre-ordering. It's a bad idea. It just is.
I can't tell you not to pre-order, because there are some games that are worth pre-ordering. Like, some game, like, let's look at it like this. If, God, Monster Hunter World was a pre-order, and if you pre-ordered it, you got, like, a season pass that gave you all the materials throughout the game. That's worth pre-ordering.
Here's the thing, like, you never get something like that, though. All pre-orders are always aesthetic, and they always turn into stuff you can get later. So it's like, is pre-ordering worth, like, oh, I had this 5 hours before everyone else? Or not even 5 hours, 5 days. That's not worth, oh, I pre-ordered it, and it turned into a shit game, but at least I had the content. I don't know. It's also with me, it's like, alright, pre-order, do your research. That's all you gotta do. Do your research. Look up reviews. YouTubers and people in general online are getting early copies all the fucking time. Pre-order it 2 days before it comes out. A day before it comes out. Don't fucking pre-order it months. Even a month before it comes out. There's no point. I mean, unless it's a gift for somebody, but even then, it's like, what's the point? I mean, I got Monster Hunter World a week after it came out. I got it for $42. No, $47. I got it for $47 offline. Because some dude played it and he was like, I pre-ordered this, spent like $62 and I don't want it anymore, so I'm selling it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a personal preference. And to end it off, it's like, alright, E3's an event. We'll be keeping an eye on it. We'll probably post more info before it comes out. I don't know if we're going to be talking about anything that you can't look up online.
This isn't all we're hoping to achieve with this channel, though. We
gotta bring people together. These are games for all of us. We can't just go like, well, that was shit and just nod our heads. Yeah. We gotta communicate with the industry.
Yeah.
The industry's going down.
Games sorry. Won't get better unless us as fans can give them direct notes and let them know what's really affecting us. We gotta let them know that their games aren't really reaching us the way they used to. Like, single-player campaigns have become such a big loss lately.
Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing to a single-player campaign.
If there's a single-player campaign, it's like a side project.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, Overwatch. Overwatch was supposed to have a single-player campaign when they initially launched it. And then they came out and they were like, oh, it's a multiplayer-only game. And everyone was like, cool, Overwatch, yeah, woohoo!
And like, it was also supposed to be free after they said it wasn't going to have a campaign. And then they were like, oh, you'll just pay for the campaign. And then they made you pay for the multiplayer.
Yep, and here we are, years later.
I mean, it's still doing great. It's a good game. It's just...
It's not my cup of tea.
Never got into it. Like, I love shooters, but it's like, I gotta have enough time to invest and spend and try to get into it.
Like, let's look at it this way. Call of Duty. I haven't seen a good single-player campaign in a while. The last good one I played was Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3, they just kind of threw in, like, exosuits. Let's throw in a robot suit, and that makes everything better.
Here's the problem. Black Ops 2 had a better story. It wasn't great. It was a better story than Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 felt better. It felt like I was playing Black Ops again. But then start jumping around.
In robot suits.
And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can't re-release the same game. Alright. I mean, they're remastering old games. It's been long enough. I'm not saying they need to go back and remaster everything. But it's like, it's Call of Duty. You can only go so far. Why haven't they tried making a new game?
No, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
There's no innovation.
Make a current war. Like, I know there's not one going on right now, but you can make up one for a game. Make up a story. Make
that's
up
what Modern Warfare 3 did. And I loved Modern Warfare 3.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they did great with that, and you could have done anything with that. Yeah. You can make any game about anything, about everything you want to as a designer. It's a story that you want to sell to us. That is a video game.
Make a story.
You want a story that sells great, that feels better than sex. Just fucking everything.
And as much as you can judge us for saying that, there are video games that are better than sex. If you haven't found that one game, you either haven't been playing enough, or you... Well, I'm going to add...
Oh, you're a virgin.
or you've been having too much sex, or I'm going to add the third option, you're not a gamer. That's all it is. That's all it goes down to. You're not a gamer.
Gaming is a lifestyle.
It's not even that, like, we're not saying become fucking couch potatoes. You can have a balance in your life where you can be a video game fan and not have fucking diabetes and dying on your fucking couch because you don't want to do anything else. You gotta balance your life out. I know I just described the both of us, but we still exercise. We're not dying currently. we're not muscular or buff, but we do work out. Yeah.
And I want to talk about all the new consoles coming out, because we only talked about the PlayStation 5, but there's still other consoles. I mean, it might not be as impressive, but Xbox still is coming out with new consoles. And I mean, I'm upset that instead of making a new console, they just made the Xbox One S. And it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it's just...
Alright, it was a better... I liked how... It made everything better.
Yeah, it made everything better.
It was what the Xbox One was supposed to be.
They didn't bring back the 360 menu. And that's what we want. Where we can play music in-game at the same time.
We used to be able to fucking watch YouTube.
Yeah.
They took that out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
If it's not in again, we haven't played it in so long because...
It's just...
Microsoft's losing us. Like... We're Xbox fanboys. I played the original Xbox. It was awesome. I wasn't huge, into it. I only played Halo and Halo 2. The 360 I played the shit out of. My first major console I played online. PS2 was awesome to me. I never got a PS3 because I started playing 360. 360 was fucking awesome. And then they fucked up with the Xbox One. They basically just made an HD 360.
It was basically a glorified cable box.
We're Xbox fans. I'm still a 360 fan. Fell in love with that shit.
I can't say that. I've seriously just transitioned over to PlayStation.
I will always like 360 better than the PS3. And I put more hours, I have better memories and everything on the 360. Everything's easier on the 360 than even the PS4. Yeah. There are menu issues I have with. I love the PS4 now. I fucking love the shit. Yeah. It's way better than the Xbox One. The regular PS4 is better than the One X.
Oh yeah, no, I'll guarantee you. The reason I've slowly transitioned over to the PlayStation 4 is because we have more originals. We have more games coming around for us that are meant for us. Like Bloodborne, that's a fucking fantastic game. Or let's just throw oddballs out there.
Free games. Just, there's so many fucking free games on the PS4. You can literally go on I literally downloaded 4 free games a week ago. I haven't even gotten around to playing them because, what was it? It was Metro something light, I forgot.
Oh yeah, Metro Redux.
Yeah. Or Retribution, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's fun to play, but it's like, I've only played it for like 30 minutes to an hour, but I regret nothing because it was free.
Yeah.
Xbox has come out with a bunch of free titled games, like major titles and everything, but they're not creating for free. They're taking content, trying to lure people in to the fucking...
And we don't have no originals. Like, let's look at Xbox, like...
Destiny
originals. Destiny was an original. Destiny gave us bonuses for going to PlayStation 4.
I know, and they sold out quick, but for good reason. PlayStation 4 blew them out of the water, and you can be an Xbox fanboy all you want. PS4 has more content. It just does.
More games, more... Last of Us. That's one of the great titles I was just mentioning. There's The Last of Us. There's, like, games like that just blow our minds, that have such a great single-player story. And it was a game built for us fans to enjoy. It's like they're selling us a story. You can't have a good game without them selling you the story. It's like I could wrap shit up into a bag, and as long as I can sell that shit to you as the fucking golden goose egg, then we're Gucci.
I mean, it's also the fact that PS4 just... They have more content in general, and Microsoft just feels like they don't have any exclusive content, and I'm against exclusive content now. I don't like it. I feel like both consoles should be cross-servers. If it was cross-servers and I could play the same games as you, I'd still be on Xbox One.
Oh, I know.
And I like everything else about the Xbox One I like because my profile transferred. They've made things a little better. The interface is better. It works good. I like how smooth it is. But the PS4 it has more customizability now.
Yeah, dynamic themes, backgrounds, like little things like just a dynamic theme that plays music and changes the tone when you slide across the menu.
I mean, we're praising something that's been on computers for fucking
forever.
Ever.
But it's awesome to see on a console.
Because it's basically a computer now.
Yeah.
I mean, consoles used to just be motherboards that just did basic commands and just played games.
Yeah.
They just had menus. Now they're literally computers. That's another thing, like, I'm waiting for a console that comes out that just replaces everything.
The Game Spear.
The Game Spear from Drake and Josh. Dude. For real, though.
Like, yeah, if they had a Game Spear, I'm pretty sure fuck. I mean, like, add the Wii to the fucking Xbox to the fucking PlayStation. Just one all-around console that they all came together to make.
I hate
the content would be fucking immensely awesome.
And yes, people will be like, oh, if one console became dominant, it'd get rid of all the other industries. They'd become gaming companies. And it's every company that makes a console right now doesn't just sell consoles. They're all computer companies. Because they started off like that. They didn't start off making consoles. Now, Nintendo, they even started off making consoles because they realized people wanted more at-home experience.
Nintendo's always been a console. And they never were a computer. They've built themselves up from nothing. Just their first console. Freaking Super Nintendo. Fucking Nintendo 64. All the way up to the fucking Switch. Like, gaming through them has always been a top priority. It's been a family console for generations. It's not just for me. It's not just for him. It's for the whole family to enjoy. You got Smash Brothers. You got all these original titles that they've just kept going throughout the years. Like, you can't get a PlayStation and say, hey man, you want to go play like some All-Star Royale or Super Smash Bros. Or something?
I expect the person to just be able to pick up the controller and play it.
Yeah, with the Switch, like, or the Wii U.
You
like, you tell your friend, hey man, you want to play Smash Bros? It takes them 2 minutes, and they realize, wow, this is really easy to control. I think...
And complicated at the same time.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like they're finding new things all the time, but they're learning and they're getting better.
They're getting better all the time.
And it's... That's another thing. Like, we're not going to sit here and praise Nintendo. I'm not going to sit here and praise one company over another. Personally, I consider they're all equal. I'm not a fanboy of one over... I'm not a fan over one over the other. I had a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64 when I was a kid. I got a PS1, got a PS2, got a fucking 360, had Game Boy DS. I mean, yeah. I've played a lot of them. Every console has its perks. There's good and bad about every company. That's not going to change. Even if one company was ruling the fucking world, people will be bitching about that company because it's doing something wrong. Nothing's perfect, and it's just that. I'm not a fanboy for anything. I'm a fanboy for everything, if that. Everything has an upside. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done talking about E3.
Dude, perfect.